Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. Ooh, you know how I feel.
This is take 2 of filming this entire episode. Originally shot it yesterday. All of this was the only thing in frame. You could not see this. Yeah, so take 2. Question for you guys right off the bat. For those who watched my last episode about TGIM, thank God it's Monday. In the comments below, if you would like to share, I would like you to share. Did you change your outlook on Monday? Looking at the past week, classes, it was a little busier than I thought it originally was going to be. I had one really late night with Danny and Nick where I have had the worst writer's block I personally have ever had. Forget it. Friday we had Marquette Madness. It gives cheer the first little taste of what the year is going to look like, especially for the new people on the team. I ended up seeing my cousin Katie's show at my high school. She directed it. Lonely I'm Not. People of the cast, of the crew, Katie, if you're watching this, which I hope you are, you should be, props to you. That was a fun show. This morning, I had to work an open house for Marquette as I'm a tour guide, so that's a thing. But today, I really want to talk about one kind of looming theme that I came across this past week. Learning to be authentic. One of my favorite guys to look to for motivation, he would put it as practical information. Andy Frisella, he started his first business at 19. They painted lines in parking lots. They worked up 12 grand, opened up their first supplement store, and now Andy is running 2 multi-million-dollar companies. Obviously, he has been able to employ hundreds of people and is really helping a lot of people obtain their goals. One of Andy's projects is the MFCEO project. It's one of his podcasts. It stands for the motherfucking CEO project.
The beauty of it is that your true self, your authentic self is different enough to stand out if you learn how to let that personality come through.
The beauty of this whole game is that the fact that your true self, the true myself, the true yourself is different enough that if you can discover it and if you can really be 100% authentic to yourself and to others about who you really are, you will stand out. If you look at all the people who have made it, whatever that means, made it in business, the best doctors in the world, the best mom in the world, the best teacher in the world, whatever it is, they set themselves apart. I think a lot of people just aim for that pedestal, they aim for that fame, and they're completely avoiding what they really should be focusing on, which is themselves and putting that out there, being genuine to other people. Obviously in school, I know in college, I know in high school, most people have no idea where the hell they should be, and that's fine, that's part of it. For me personally, when I really look at where I want to be a year from now, and I've talked about this, where I want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 15, 50 years from now, what should I be doing right now that is going to put me on track to get to where I want to be for myself, for my family, for my friends, and for others? You know, I was one of very few guys who went out for the shows, for theater. And once I was in there, I found a home there. And from that, I was able to make different connections, and I was finding different things out about myself, about my personality, about how I interact with people, honestly how I can help people. Seeing that younger kids were looking up to me, and that meant a lot to me. But going back to conforming, once you start making decisions based on where you really want to be, not based on I have to fit into this group, so I have to do what they want, you're going to start separating yourself from the rest of the group. When that happens, a lot of people are going to give you hate. They're going to give you a lot of shit because that's part of the game. I talked with my good friend Oscar last night after a show. He's telling me just last night that because he started a couple of different things in high school over the past few months, this one particular kid starts trying to pull Oscar down. And I've been in this position, and I've seen many other people in Oscar's position, that they do something, they achieve something, they start something, whatever it might be. They might just be a genuinely good person. And immediately, the people that are quick to become jealous, the people that are quick to try and to try and bash other people down just because one person happens to be doing something more, the other person appears happier, whatever it might be. They are up here, and the other person is pulling them down because they started below them from the beginning. And a lot of people are going to grab onto that person on the bottom because it's easy, because everybody else is doing it. That's what makes it so hard to set yourself apart, because of those haters, because of the people that will doubt you or laugh at you or mock you. You have something above them that they don't, that you created something in the beginning that they couldn't do. And so they find the easiest route to finding friends, to getting people to follow them, is to drag the people down from the top, which is a cowardly way to go. But if you are in sync with where you want to end up, there is no reason why you should let these people down here, these inauthentic people, these people who are not genuine to themselves or to others, there is no reason why you should let them win. And if you keep pushing through that, and it's not just going to be one person. If you push through that and you focus on where you want to end up, and you keep those goals in mind, and you keep focusing on you, at least in the meantime, to get to that point where you can help others, you can overcome all this bullshit, and you can make it to where you want to be. Have I made it to where exactly I want to be? No. I have not achieved all my goals. But have I overcome a lot of negative mindsets, little changes in my life, waking up at 7, making these videos, whatever it might be. Once I started separating myself, once I started going my own route, and that doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of my life, but separating yourself doesn't mean I don't need anybody else, I'm not going to talk to anybody. That's not it at all. But I started noticing that people were starting rumors, there were haters, whatever you want to call them. People started hating on the things that I was doing. On the flip side, there were a lot of people who were kind of raising an eyebrow, surprised in a good way, and they're like, wow, he's got something going for him. And I really think that goes back to me following what I want to do. We all, regardless of our backgrounds, we all have somewhere where we want to be. It comes down to if you're going to take that step in separating yourself, saying, no, just because I'm a freshman in college does not mean I need to get wasted and I need to do drugs to fit in with people. After last week's video, the Thank God It's Monday video with Spencer, I had 2 people reach out to me, both of them thanking me for the video that I made in my frickin' dorm room. I'm just talking to a camera right now. I'm literally alone in my room talking to a camera, and people thanked me and Spencer for what we both said, for just sharing our thoughts. One of them, first time in college, struggling with making friends because of how big of a transition it is from a small high school to college. Obviously, that's a big transition. I'm still in it. This individual said that, they struggle with the choice of, should I go out? Should I let the temptation of drugs and alcohol force me into making those decisions just so that I can hang out with this certain group? No. I mean, if you are against that, I personally am. Don't do drugs. Don't do that. If you are forced with that decision and you choose not to, and you stand up for what is right, and this group that you're trying to be a part of, they give you hate, like genuine hate, and they shoot you down, they call you names, whatever, then that's the wrong group to begin with. So going back to my point, learning to be authentic. The more you start to listen to what your heart is saying, listen to what the deep parts of your mind, your conscience is saying, I think that's when you start to begin living the life day by day, the daily life that you want to live. I push you and I ask you to try and be more genuine, to try and learn to be more authentic to yourself and to others this week, as well as all the weeks going forward. See what positive changes that can bring about. Maybe you'll learn that, I need to do more of this. I need to do more working out. I need to reach out to more people. Or I really need to drop some people in my life that have no positive impact on me, that are only dragging me down. Whatever it might be. What kind of person you want to be for others, for yourself. I want to thank you guys for watching this, for everybody who continually watches my videos and shares them on Facebook or Twitter, whatever it might be. I really appreciate it. If you haven't checked out last week's video, thank God it's Monday. Check the link below or scroll back at my videos, whatever it might be. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Just trying to knock this congestion out.